Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are in the world. My name is Phil Bolander, and my company's name is Seed and Lead. So I'm here today to share with you a tool that I use, a resource that I use that I think might be helpful for you. So I call it ARC, and ARC is acknowledge, recognize, and celebrate. The way that I use this tool, this resource, is when I've completed a period of time or when I've completed projects or work. What I'll do is I'll slow down, I'll reflect, and then what I'll do is I'll acknowledge what I've done, I'll recognize what I've done, and then I'll celebrate it in some way. Small, big, or medium. Small, medium, or large. So what I want to do is share with you my most recent ARC review. And I shared it with my accountability partner this morning, and she said, Phil, get this in a video and get it out there for people to hear. So let me just say, this is not a competition. This is not intended to be a challenge. And it is really all about supporting you and sharing something more with you about how I come at this and come at business. And so what I want to share with you is that in the last week, I've been a speaker at the San Antonio Human Resources Management Association's Diversity Monthly meeting, where I told my coming out story, my corporate coming out story, which started back in 1981, 1982. Great opportunity. Thank you. I also delivered a challenge based on my book, 7 Essential Traits of Leaders, and shared those best practices around the 7 essential traits. So that was great. Some people were on there. Some people watched the replay. Thank you for that. I also have met with new clients in the last week, several of them in person, some of them on the phone, and just really setting the expectations for how we're going to work together and then what objectives they want to achieve while we're working together. Next is Friday was October 11th, National Coming Out Day, and so I had the opportunity to present a video, or there was a video that was presented that was previously recorded, and then I was able to present from the stage for just a moment. And I'm really grateful to the Chamber of Commerce, the LGBT Chamber of Commerce, for inviting me and allowing me to be a part of that really outstanding event. And I encourage us to continue to come out and continue to be out as we're comfortable with it. Next is I had a really exciting and invigorating conversation with a woman who has a license now for TEDx San Antonio, and we explored some ways for me to get involved and serve and support, and I'm really excited to tell you that there will be more conversations and more sharings around that going forward. So just know that I'm getting really excited about getting engaged in the TEDx community here in San Antonio. Out Bureau is on LinkedIn, and it's a group that Dennis has put together. It's been around for more than 10 years, and there's 47,000 connections in it, and they are all focused together on enhancing the experience and workplace for the LGBTQ and allies. And it's an amazing organization. We've had one conversation already, and we're slated to have another one next week. So really excited about how to get involved, serve, support, and be engaged. Next is I met with the coordinator from the Texas Organ Sharing Alliance this week. I'm happy to tell you that I am now a certified speaker to be able to go out and tell the story of as a caregiver to my husband Michael, who received his liver transplant on March 2nd, 2016. And the journey and the story is incredible. And I'm going to get to share that and allow other people to understand excuse me, how donating their organs can make a difference in other people's lives. Next is I had the opportunity to present a book that's very near and dear to me, Bringing Out the Best in People, at the Executive Book Review this week, and Mark Whitty and Peter are absolutely amazing for giving me that opportunity. I'm going to present again on November 1st, another book, and then I'm going to present as a part of the Author's Night, my book, 7 Essential Traits of Leaders. Be on the lookout for some promos on that. Next is I actually took a leap of faith this week and launched a Facebook group, and that Facebook group is called Mosaic San Antonio, and it's intended to be the very first step in developing a nonprofit that's focused on LGBTQ professionals and allies. And so the vision is to start with this Facebook group and then build out the mission, vision, values, and everything that's involved with creating a nonprofit that will serve and support individuals who are LGBTQ and their allies in the workplace. Starting in San Antonio, then going to Mosaic for cities in Texas, cities in the United States, and then eventually what I would love to see is Mosaic Shanghai, Mosaic London, Mosaic Mumbai. So really big vision there, and I'll look forward to any and all support that people will give as we build that together. And then lastly, I've been very interested in working and supporting and serving this National Diversity and Inclusion Organization. And I'm happy to say that I've made contact, and actually at this point, the contact is reciprocal mutual, and now I feel very hopeful that something might come of that. So, by my count, that was 10 things just in the last week. Again, not a competition, just letting you know. Staying in action, staying in focused action, keeping the goals in mind, keeping the vision in mind, keeping the mission in mind. If anything that I've shared with you resonates with you, if you have a question, comment, any of that type of stuff, please reach out to me. I'd love to talk with you about it. I make up the story that I am not the only one who's staying in focused action. I am not the only one who is achieving all these things towards the ultimate vision and mission. So please leave me a comment. Please let me know if you have a question. And again, how often are you doing the ARC? Are you acknowledging, recognizing, and celebrating those achievements? And here's the thing. I recognize, I do all the ARC. I do that with 1, 2, 3, whatever. It doesn't have to be 10. It can be just one. If I did one thing in the last week, I promise you I would acknowledge, recognize, and celebrate it. With much gratitude, thank you.